They say the weight of a sin is measured by the silence that follows it. 10 years ago, we didn't hear silence. We heard the clink of gold flutes, the roar of applause in hidden taverns, and the intoxicating rush of being the greatest thieves the 5 realms had ever seen. We were the silver hand. We could steal the breath from a sleeping king. And our masterpiece, the heart of the mountain, a ruby the size of a man's fist, pulsating with an inner light that felt warm alive. We took it from the temple of Auros, high in the jagged peaks of the spine. We thought we were stealing a retirement fund. We didn't know we were stealing the world's pulse. 10 years. That's how long the drought has lasted. The rivers turned to dust. The crops withered into gray ash. Then came the Sheikh's earthquakes that swallowed villages whole. And finally, the gray rot, a plague that turns a man's veins to black sludge. We spent our fortunes trying to forget, but you can't buy forgiveness from the earth itself. The coin is gone. The glory is rot. And now, the silver hand has one last job. We aren't going to steal the treasure. We're going to put it back. The tavern is a husk of its former self. Dust motes dance in the sliver of light, cutting through boarded windows. Darius, 50s, gray-bearded, eyes like shattered flint, sits at a table. On the wood in front of him sits a heavy box wrapped in lead-lined leather. Opposite him sits Eva, 40s, sharp, scars running down her arms, drinking something that smells like turpentine. Standing by the window, twitching, is Jinx, 30s, chaotic energy, covered in soot and wearing goggles. Eva, you look like hell, Darius. Darius, the world is hell, Eva. I'm just dressing for the occasion. Eva gestures to the box. Is that it? The rock that killed the world, Darius. It's the heart, and it's getting warmer. Jinx, muttering, pacing. It's not just heat, it's a frequency. A low-wave hum, subsonic. It's calling out, Darius. It's like a baby crying for its mother. It's waking things up. Darius. That's why we leave tonight. Eva scoffs. Tonight! Darius, have you seen the spine lately? It's not a temple anymore. It's a fortress. Warlord Kresh moved in 3 years ago. He thinks the Temple of Auros is a strategic stronghold. He's fortified the pass, walled up the wary paths, and put 300 heads on spikes to warn off looters. Darius, Kresh is a scavenger. He doesn't know the layout. We built the legend of that place by breaking it. We know the vents. We know the drainage. Eva, we knew the vents 10 years ago. Jinx, tell him. Jinx stops, pacing. The vents are collapsed. Seismic shifts. The drainage is likely flooded with magma or sealed. And the traps, Darius, the mechanism of the temple, wasn't static. It was clockwork powered by geothermal pressure. Without the heart to regulate the flow, the pressure has built up. The traps haven't just reset, they're overcharged. A dart trap won't just prick you now. It'll likely blow a hole through you with the force of a cannon. Darius. Then we find a new way. Eva. Why? Why are we doing this? I have enough coin to buy a boat and sail until the water turns blue again! Darius, quietly! Because of Miller. The name hangs in the air like smoke. Eva looks away. Jinx stops twitching. Darius Miller died of the gray rot 3 days ago. He made me promise. He said he could hear the mountain screaming in his fever dreams. We broke the world, Eva. We have to fix it. Or we die trying. And frankly, dying sounds better than watching the rest of the world choke to death on our greed. Eva stares at her drink. She downs it in one burning gulp and slams the glass down. Eva. I drive, but if I see Kresh, I get to put an arrow in his eye. Darius. Deal. Jinx? Jinx, grinning maniacally. I packed the heavy ordnance, and the grappling hooks, and a sandwich. I'm ready. The wind howls here, carrying the scent of sulfur and old blood. The mountain range looms. Watchtowers made of rusted scrap metal pierced the sky. The courtyard was filled with tanks and siege engines, but the worst part wasn't the army. It was the sound. A low, rhythmic thumping coming from deep within the earth. Thump, 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 thump. Jinx. Do you feel that? That's not machinery! Darius! And keep moving. We're aiming for the west gate, the old supply lift. Eva. Darius, look at the west gate. Darius raises his scope. The west gate has been bricked up, reinforced with steel beams. Darius. Damn it! Plan B! The aqueduct! Jinx! The aqueduct. That leads straight into the cooling chambers. If the pressure is as high as I think it is, we'll be boiled alive. Darius. It's the only way in that creche wouldn't guard. He thinks it's uninhabitable. Eva. Because it is! Darius! Ha! Then we move fast. It is narrow, dark, and suffocatingly hot. Steam hisses from cracks in the ancient stonework. The team crawls on a narrow maintenance ledge above a rushing river of boiling sulfurous water. The heat was a physical weight. It pressed against our eyes, filled our lungs. But the box on my back was hotter. The closer we got to the center, the heavier it felt. It knew it was home. Jinx, panting. Trap! Stop! Darius freezes. Jinx crawls forward, peering at a section of the wall that looks identical to the rest. She pulls out a pair of complex lenses. Jinx tripwire, monofilament, connected to... Oh, this is nasty. It's connected to the structural supports. If we trip this, the ceiling comes down, and we take a bath in the boiling river. Darius, can you bypass it? Jinx, this isn't ancient tech. This is new. Creche's engineers found the old mechanism and rigged a detonator to it. Eva, looking back. We don't have a minute. I hear voices. Inspection crew. The sound of heavy boots echoes down the tunnel. Flashlight beams cut through the steam behind them. Darius. Jinx! Now! Jinx! I'm working! Red wire! Blue wire! Why is it always wires? Why couldn't they use levers? Okay! Eva, give me your dagger. Eva tosses her blade. Jinx! Jams it into the masonry, shorting a circuit spark. The tension on the wire goes slack. Jinx! Go! They scramble forward just as the inspection crew rounds the bend. Hey! Someone's up there! Open fire! Bullets ping against the stone, sparking wildly. Darius slips. his boots skidding on the wet moss. He dangles over the boiling water. The box shifts, pulling him down. Eva! Darius! She grabs his wrist, her boots grinding into the grit. She hauls him up with a grunt of exertion. Darius, breathless, thanks. Don't thank me. Pay me later. Run! They sprint down the ledge, diving into a drainage chute, just as a grenade explodes behind them, collapsing the tunnel they just exited. They slide down the chute, tumbling into darkness, finally landing in a heap on a cold stone floor. Silence. Then the sound of their breathing. They stand up and dust themselves off. They are in a massive cavernous hall filled with statues of forgotten beasts. The Hall of Echoes. We were deep now, past the warlord's perimeter into the gut of the temple. This is where we triggered the first alarm 10 years ago. Back then the floor was pressure sensitive. Jinx. Whispering. Don't move. Darius looks down. The floor is covered in a thick layer of dust, undisturbed. Darius, Kresh hasn't been down here. Jinx. No, but something has. Look, Jinx points her flashlight. In the dust, there are tracks. Massive ones, three-toed, with claw marks that gouge deep into the stone. They are fresh. Eva, what is that? A bear? Jinx. Too big, and bears don't drag tails that thick. Darius, the legends about the curse. The locals said the heart kept the guardian asleep. What if the guardian isn't a spirit? What if it's biology? A tremor shakes the hall. Dust falls from the ceiling. A low growl vibrates through the soles of their boots. It sounds like stones grinding together. Darius. We move quietly. They creep through the hall. The statues seem to watch them. They reach the great double doors of the inner sanctum. The doors are made of celestial bronze, etched with warning runes. Darius reaches for the handle. I wouldn't do that if I were you! Floodlights slam on from the balcony above, blinding them. They spin around. Weapons raised. Standing on the high walkway surrounded by 24 elite soldiers is Warlord Kresh. He is a massive brute of a man, clad in armor made from the desecrated plating of the temple statues. He holds a heavy Gatling gun like it's a toy. Kresh, the Silver Hand. I thought you were a myth, or dead. I prefer dead. Darius, hands slightly raised up. Kresh, you're squatting in my house. Kresh, your house. I rule this mountain. I rule the pass. But there is one door I cannot open. That one behind you. My engineers have tried explosives, drills, acid. Nothing scratches it. But you opened it once. Darius. And we're here to close it for good. Kresh. Is that what's in the box, old man? A heart. I've heard the stories. Infinite power. Eternal life. Hand it over, and I'll let you die quickly. Darius. It's not power, Kresh. It's a regulator. It keeps the volcano from blowing the top off this continent. Kresh. Lies! It is a weapon, and I will have it! Kresh racks the slide of his gun! Jinx! Whispering to Darius! Boss, the vibrations, the talking, it's waking up, Darius. What is? Jinx, everything suddenly. The floor beneath them buckles. Not an earthquake, an eruption. The massive stone tiles in the center of the room explode upward. A creature bursts from the earth. It was made of obsidian and magma. A drake, massive, its scales dripping with liquid fire. It was blind, evolved for the dark. But it could sense heat, and the hottest thing in the room was the box on my back. The Guardian roars, a sound that shatters the glass in Jinx's goggles. Kresh, horrified. Open fire. Kill the beast. The soldiers unleash a hail of bullets. The lead nearly ricochets off the creature's obsidian hide. The Guardian lunges, its tail sweeping the balcony, crushing the steel walkway. Soldiers fall screaming into the pit. Darius, run to the door. Eva fires explosive arrows at the beast's eyes, distracting it. Jinx scrambles to the bronze doors. Jinx? It's sealed tight. I need the key. Darius, shouting over the chaos. There is no key. It opens for the heart. Darius slams the box against the door, the lead box pressing into the metal. The runes on the door flare to life, glowing a brilliant ruby red. The mechanism groans, gears shifting deep within the wall. The Guardian senses the energy. It ignores the soldiers and turns its massive head toward Darius. It opens a maw, filled with rows of spinning, serrated teeth. Eva! Darius! Move! Kresh, seeing the door opening, jumps from the collapsing balcony. He lands heavily in front of the team, blocking their path into the sanctum. Kresh! The stone is mine. Kresh swings a massive warhammer. Darius ducks, the wind of the swing ruffling his hair. Eva slides between Kresh's legs, slicing his hamstring. Kresh roars, dropping to one knee, but backhands Eva, sending her flying into a pillar. Darius! Eva, the Guardian charges.
Jinx, holding a detonator! Eat this, you rocky bastard!
Jinx throws a satchel charge into the beast's open mouth. She hits the button. A muffled thump echoes, and smoke pours from the creature's jaws. It staggers, stunned, but not dead. Darius looks at the opening door, then at Kresh, then at the beast. Darius. Jinx, get Eva inside. Jinx, what about you? Darius, I have to bait it. Darius unclips the lead box. He opens the lid. The light is blinding. Pure concentrated crimson energy floods the hall. The heat is instantaneous. The Guardian shrieks, recoiling from the brilliance, but then, drawn by the pull of its master, it lunges for Darius. Kresh, seeing the gem, is mesmerized. Greed overrides survival. He lunges for Darius, grabbing the box. Kresh, I am a god. Darius lets him take it. Darius, know your lunch. Darius kicks Kresh in the chest, sending him stumbling backward straight toward the Guardian. The beast smells the heart. It snaps its jaws shut around Kresh. The warlord's scream is cut short by the crunch of armor and bone. The Guardian, now sensing the heart is inside it, or at least in its mouth, threshes, confused by the proximity of the energy. Darius scrambles through the open doors of the sanctum. Jinx is dragging the semi-conscious Eva inside. Darius hits the internal release. The massive bronze doors begin to slam shut. The Guardian sees the target escaping. It throws itself at the closing gap. A massive claw jams between the doors, prying them open. Magma drips from its maw onto the floor, melting the stone. The room is a sphere, suspended over a core of swirling lava. In the center is a singular pedestal. A socket, we were out of time. The beast was breaking in, the warlord was dead, and the world was burning. Darius runs to the pedestal. He realizes he doesn't have the heart. Darius. The box! He looks back. The box is lying on the floor of the Hall of Echoes, dropped by Kresh when he was eaten. The gem has rolled out, sitting amidst the rubble, pulsating. The Guardian is stuck in the door, thrashing, trying to squeeze through. The gem is just beyond its reach, outside. Darius! I have to go back out. Eva, coughing. Blood, you won't make it. The heat, Darius. Jinx, the grappling hook. Jinx fires the line. It wraps around the gem. Jinx. I've got it. Jinx pulls. The gem skitters across the floor. The Guardian senses the movement and snaps at it. The gem flies through the air, clearing the beast's teeth by inches, and lands at Darius's feet inside the sanctum. Darius grabs the heart. It burns his hands, searing the flesh. He screams, stumbling toward the pedestal. The Guardian breaks the door mechanism. It bursts into the sanctum. It is huge, filling the room. It rears up to strike, to crush Darius and take the heart back into its earth. Darius slams the heart into the pedestal. There was no sound, no explosion. Just a breath. A pulse of white energy ripples out from the pedestal. It passes through Darius, through Eva and Jinx, through the beast. The Guardian freezes. The magma dripping from its scales solidifies. The red glow in its throat fades to a cool blue. It lowers its head, not in aggression, but in submission. It turns to stone, a statue once more. The shaking stops, the heat vanishes, replaced by a cool, clean breeze rushing up from the depths. Darius falls to his knees, clutching his burnt hands. The sun rises over the peaks. The warlord's army, leaderless and terrified by the quakes, has scattered. Darius, Eva, and Jinx sit on the steps of the temple. They are battered, broken, and empty-handed. Eva, look, she points to the valley below. Dark clouds are gathering. Not smoke, rain. For the first time in 10 years, it is raining. Jinx. We did it! We actually did it! We're heroes! Darius, wrapping his bandaged hand. No, we're thieves who cleaned up our own mess. Eva. So, what now? We're broke. Kresh's men looted our supplies. We have nothing? Darius reaches into his pocket. He pulls out a small, jagged piece of obsidian. A fragment of the Guardian's tooth, knocked loose in the fight. It glitters with a strange internal fire. Darius, Kresh had a vault, didn't he? Eva smiles. It's a genuine smile. The first in a decade. Eva, I believe he did. Jinx, I still have some C4 left. Darius. Then let's go. The world is saved. Now, let's get paid. We put the heart back. We healed the mountain. But a thief is still a thief. And the thing about legendary thieves, we never really retire.